Good morning, friends. My name is Childrek Marshowitz. I'm here to talk to you about how we can quickly, easily, and cheaply add 9% to our lifespan, also while living healthy and enjoying a tasty snack. So today I want to talk to you about olive oil. Olive oil has been found to be 1,000 times more potent at extending lifespan than resveratrol, which is the current darling of anti-aging. There's some new research on resveratrol that sheds some light on the fact that while it is good for you in many capacities, there's also some dangers to it or some downsides to it. Olive oil has no such dangers or downsides. Olive oil contains oleic acid, which is utilized to actually extend life and also has a myriad of health benefits. So let's talk about how this process works. And then what we're going to show you is for about, $4 a week, we can potentially extend our lifespan by another 9%. The research showed that taking oleic acid will extend lifespan. So taking olive oil will extend lifespan by 9%. So if my mother was going to live to be 100, she would now be living to be 109, which to me is compelling. So I'm making this video for mothers. So let's see how this works. Oleic acid works in a variety of different ways. It has a lot of benefits for cardiovascular health. It has some health benefits for insulin sensitivity. So if you're a type 2 diabetic, it's extremely good for you. But for anti-aging, what we do is we look at the chromosomes, right? Those are the large structures that hold our DNA. At the end of each chromosome is something called a telomere. And a telomere would be like an eraser head. So imagine you're racing. Every time this chromosome is enacted to replicate, the telomere gets used up. So every time there's a function, we're just taking off a small piece of this telomere, and this telomere is an indicator of how long we're going to live. So by restoring the telomeres or slowing down the erosion process, we can actually extend our lifespan. And so how we do this is, as we're living, we are taking this away. And the main way that we can do this cheaply and easily is with good quality olive oil. Now, what kind of olive oil do we take? All right, so you don't want to buy the cheap stuff that is an olive oil blend or an ultra refined olive oil. Those things are not good for you. The refining process enters in all kinds of issues such as oxidation and things like that. What we want to use is unfiltered extra virgin olive oil. So it's going to be cloudy. It's going to have a fairly strong taste. And it does contain things like polyphenols, which are excellent for you, provide a lot of health benefits. But if you use unfiltered olive oil with the polyphenols, with the cloudiness, what that's going to do is it's going to cut down the amount of oxidation that's put into the olive oil. So as it sits out over time, it starts to absorb air and then it goes rancid. So one of the things that I do is I'll buy this $8 bottle of unfiltered olive oil, or let's say it's $10, okay, which this one's is quite large. I get some vitamin E, and I squeeze one of the capsules into my olive oil. That will then add antioxidants, which will prevent oxidation of the olive oil. And then what we would want to do is find a really good way to eat it. Now, we should be taking 3 to 5 grams, right, of olive oil per day, minimum. What that's going to do is that olive oil will extend these telomeres and recharge these telomeres, slow down the erosion process. So by doing that, when this hits 0, the body signals to that cell to die. And so we want to extend those telomeres out as long as possible so we can have a long, healthy life. So how we would do that is we take our olive oil. I call these olive bombs. Real easy way to get 3 to 5 grams, hopefully a little bit more if you can take more, extremely cheaply. This can of olives is $1.70 at Walmart. Shameless plug for Walmart. But they make great cups for actually taking in the olive oil. So what I do is I simply just take my olive, which has a nice hole at the top. I plug the bottom with my finger. I take my olive oil, fill that hole up full of this unfiltered olive oil, and eat them. And that's it. By doing that, I get a tasty way to take in 3 to 5 grams, eat 3 to 5, maybe 6, maybe 7 olives a day that are filled with oil. And you have a great way to extend lifespan without taking a spoonful of oil. I don't know if you've ever taken a spoonful of oil, but it's not the most pleasant experience. So if you like olives like I do, and even if you don't, eat your olive bombs filled with unfiltered olive oil. Put a little vitamin E in there to stop the oxidation, keep this olive oil even fresher. It's going to last a long time because it's got that cloudiness, has those antioxidants built in. But it's always good to add a little extra. So I'm Childeric Marshowitz. This is an easy, cheap way to extend your life and live in a much better state of health and do it in a cheap, tasty fashion. Thank you and have a great day.